Hi guys. Today I wanted to film my labor story.
Hi guys.
That's Ash. You want to film my live, Ash?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was doing a live stream yesterday, and there was this lady named Lala for real. She's been following my channel since 2010. Okay, and the thing about Lala for real
we
is
got
that
new Jeep, guys.
Okay, well, we were fixing her uncle's truck yesterday, his pickup truck. So anyway, I wanted to talk about what Lala for real was talking about yesterday. Yesterday she was asking me if my daughter AshLynn was adopted. Okay, and she was demanding pregnancy pics and that type of thing. Get away from there, Ash. Get away from there. Those shoes are dirty. Get away from there. Okay, so anyway, when I was going through my pregnancy, it was pretty much like a surprise to my family. I really wasn't telling anybody, like on YouTube or on any type of social medias, that I was pregnant or anything like that. It was pretty much a surprise to everyone when AshLynn was born. She was not, I did not tell people on YouTube. I did not tell people on Instagram. I did not tell people on Facebook. I really wasn't taking any pictures of myself being pregnant. It was pretty much a secret. And I didn't take pictures because I was scared that people would find them. Like I might accidentally post them somewhere, or somebody might figure out that I was pregnant, because my stomach has been big for a while. Okay, so anyway, so that's why I don't have any pregnancy pictures. I do regret not having pregnancy pictures. I do regret that. Okay, I do regret not having pregnancy pictures, but it is what it is. Okay, so anyway, so what happened after that? Okay, when I'm kind of an older lady, I'm not going to reveal my age, because as a woman, I believe that women are not really supposed to be revealing their ages. So I don't reveal my age, but I'm somewhat of an older type woman. I'm not in my 20s. So I was basically at a high-risk pregnancy. So when I was about maybe 7 months pregnant, I had to take what they call a panorama test to make sure that my daughter was doing well, and that she was not Down syndrome or anything. My daughter was born healthy. She doesn't have any Down syndromes or anything. By me being an older woman, I was at what they call a high-risk pregnancy. So when my daughter was about at 37 weeks, she stopped gaining weight, because at 37 or 38 weeks, the babies are pretty much well developed in your womb, and you're not really, the baby is no longer developing. They're just in your womb gaining weight. So what happened was, they decided that because she was only about 5 pounds, they said, well, she's not doing very well in your womb, so we're going to go ahead and induce labor. So I was at 38 weeks by that point. Ash, I'm trying to record something. Okay, so at 38 weeks, I was checked into the hospital. Ash, what are you doing? Okay, I don't breastfeed you, Ash. Get your head out of my boobs.
You are scared.
Okay, what are you scared of?
I'm scared of you.
What you scared of me for? You're not scared of me.
Because you didn't let me talk to guys.
Okay. She says she's scared of me because I won't let her talk to guys. Okay, go ahead and talk to the guys.
Guys, when we were out and see the Jeep right here, it is always right here. So it's right here. So it's right over here. So you see that balloon right blanket, and I got a piece of thing in there. And the walk is out here. So, Mommy, go on top.
Okay, so at 38 weeks, I was checked into the hospital. Okay, so what happened was the doctor did something to my vagina. She actually took some type of suppository and she pushed it into my vagina, and it was like some type of melting thing that goes into your cervix to make your cervix dilate. And it would take like 24 hours for that to happen. So she told me that by her pushing that inside of my cervix, then I would be induced into artificial labor, and it would be like the next day. So they gave me a sleeping pill. I went to sleep. They had strapped they strapped my stomach up so that I could, hear my daughter's heartbeat. They could also hear her heartbeat. Her heart was skipping a beat because she was so small. She was 5 pounds, 12 ounces when she was born. At 38 weeks, she was not a preemie. So what happened was I went to sleep listening to my daughter's heartbeat. The next day, they had injected me with something, and 30 minutes later, I started going into labor. The doctor was assisting another woman, so I was pretty much in labor, but the doctor wasn't there because he was assisting another woman that was going into labor. And so at that point, by the time he came in there, I was in so much pain, and they said, well, your insurance company will pay for epidural or whatever it's called, but you're too far into labor and we don't have time to do that for you, so you're just going to have to give labor without any painkillers or anything. You just have to go into labor. So at that point, I was like really in so much tremendous pain. Okay, so the doctor came in. He said, open your legs. I opened my legs. He told me to just push. I pushed the first time. Nothing happened. He told me, go ahead and push again. I pushed the second time. Her head, he said, okay, I see her head. It was a mirror above the top. They were like, do you want to look at the top and look at the mirror and see her head coming out and see her coming out? I was like, no, because I promise you I was in extreme pain. It was like having a period, but imagine your worst period cramps and multiply that by 10. So anyway, so the second time, the top of her head came out, and they started saying, oh, she's coming out. We see her head. And she went right back inside. Oh, it's blowing. The wind is blowing out here. Whew, it feels so good for the wind to blow because it's like 90 degrees outside. Okay, so anyway, so what happened was, okay, she was coming out, and then she went right back in. And everybody was like, oh my gosh, she just went right back in. So I had to push a third time. Third time I was like, I'm not gonna risk it. I don't want her to go back in. So the third time I pushed her all the way out, and she pushed straight the fuck on out. And then he just picked her up and he tossed her on my chest, and that was that. Okay, so then what happened after that? They told me that she had a hole in her heart by her being so small. So they said, the holes usually heal up in 48 hours. So actually, no, that was not the dentist asked. So the hole basically healed up in 48 hours. She no longer had a hole in her heart. And it was, it was pretty easy. It was a pretty easy situation. The hospital was like a resort. It was very beautiful, the hospital. I actually was taking some parental classes on the internet. It was a flat screen TV, a wireless keyboard, and I was taking some parenting classes on there. And they actually gave me a free car seat and a free crib just for taking the classes while I was inside the hospital. It was parenting classes on car seats and making sure that your daughter or son does not die of crib death. I have a daughter, not a son, just don't get it misunderstood. But I did take the classes, and I did get the free crib, and this is the crib right here. This crib in the background, that's the old crib. It was a place. I have it for my cats now. My cats actually live out in the crib. Stripey and Ted got a family that he lives over the way, but Ted is one of my cats, but he's not my real cat because he actually has a family. He got a loving human mom and dad that takes good care of him. And then I got Stripey, I got Tom, I got Ted, and they all pretty much sleep in that crib, except for Callie and Pumpkin, and they're over at the haunted house across the way. So yeah, it was a pretty easy. Oh, that's my chicken. The oven just went off, so I got to turn the chicken back on. Anyway, yeah, it was an easy childbirth. I had, room service. I was able to order food 24 hours a day. Just order what? Actually, no, the kitchen closed at 9 o'clock, so I was no longer able to order food after 9. But I was ordering food, and I was laying up, and I was in the hospital. And then when I went home, they gave me like 10 packs of Pampers. They gave me like 10 cans of Enfamil. I was set. I didn't have to buy Pampers for a long time. I didn't have to buy Enfamil for a long time. I mean, I was set. I was set, baby. I was set. Okay, so we're out here. It's Saturday, and we're out here. It's a pretty sunny day. Right now it's going to rain for 2 weeks in Florida. We're going to have 2 weeks of rain. Get on here and say goodbye to guys. Ash, I'm cooking some ranch. Okay, before we go, Ash, I'm going to tell them what we're cooking. We're cooking some ranch chicken made with ranch sauce. It was already seasoned. And we are going to have salads, and we are going to have mac and cheese. So I'm cooking right now, and I'm just sitting outside because it's so hot out inside the house. So anyway, live fiercely, love viciously, and remember, atheism is unstoppable. Okay, say bye to guys, Ash.
Bye,
Look at the camera and say bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.